send it to him. Well, he's gonna come on here anyway.
Bust some entries.
Oh, nice.
You see the height? I think it's gonna be just. It needs to go up about an inch. Once we go up another inch, I think that we're gonna be just about the same height.
So we can add the inch right here. ¿O dónde va abajo?
No, the motor.
Oh, el motor.
Yes, the motor's gonna go up an inch.
What about everything else? The transmission, everything has to go up.
Yeah, but right now it's lower than what the other one was because I took the oil pan off. As you can see, see how big the oil pan was? So I already ordered a new oil pan.
Over there, that one right there.
And it's real wide.
Mm.
So I ordered a new oil pan. It's 1 3/4 in the front, all the way to the middle, and then it's 3 inches in the back.
Okay.
And it's got 3 number 12 to go on the pump, which I moved the pump from that side to this side.
Okay.
And then once I put the motor back in the original location where it was, all the lines and everything's gonna fit fine. And I think that the top of the turbo, because I just kind of measured it, is gonna be just about with that. So I think it's gonna be very, very, very close.
Similar. Yeah.
Yeah, very, very close. Now, question is, if you want to keep your, of course, the charge pipe's going to change just because of the angle.
Yeah.
But question is, if you want to keep your electric pedal, or you want to go with a cable, which it won't be a cable, it'll be a rod, like what we got in the race cars. I'm good with whatever you want, but me personally, I like that one.
The rod, or the one in half.
This one. That way you don't do 9,000 RPM burnouts.
Oh. Okay.
It's a lot easier to control this one than it is the other one.
Yeah. So stick to what we had.
Yeah, I mean, if you want the other one, I can put it back on. I mean, this, just remake the buttholes, but that's the one that this motor came with.
Oh, okay.
So, I mean, if you like your other one, which is the electric one, and if you want to keep that, we can put that one back on.
But
it's up to you.
there's a chance that it can go wrong.
Well, I mean,
Sensor.
yes, this one won't. This is when you floor it, you know that it's 100%.
It's 100%.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's the reason why I like the mechanical one.
And the mechanical doesn't get stuck. Okay.
No. Which the other one could, because it's electric, it can all of a sudden either stay open or stay closed, whichever one. So this one, at least you know that when you go full throttle, you go full throttle.
Full throttle, yeah.
So this is gonna change. This bracket's gonna change. I ordered another one, which is gonna be slightly larger because remember we have the pump in here.
Yeah.
So the other one is gonna accommodate the pump because we cannot use what we had before because the bracket that we had was for the billet timing cover.
Okay.
This one doesn't have what the other motor had because it's got the Jessel timing chain on it.
Okay.
So the bracket's got to be different, which I already ordered. The cam sensor, instead of the other one that we were having issues, well, now it's going to have one very similar to that one.
Okay.
Which is the same one that I have in all my race cars. And the bracketry is the same one that I have in Mona Lisa, which is where you mount the pump. And it's going to be in the same locations right there. But, of course, the bracket's just going to be a little bit different.
Okay.
Header flanges are different. Now, we can do new headers, or we can cut the flanges off the ones that we had and weld on the new flanges. And now, we can have access to take the valve covers off with the headers that you had.
Yeah. What will be easier to do?
Cut the flange that it has now. I'm going to show you. You see, this is what you had before, right here. And this is the new flange, just because you see that the bolt holes are different.
Yes.
Because now the head is a 10-degree head.
Okay.
It's a real man's head. So we can cut these off, and then we'll have to weld these on, and then.
And this is still good.
It's the same ones you had before. Yes, it's still good. It's 1 7/8.
Your headers ain't thicker or
Same size.
It's the same.
I've made 3,000 horsepower and same size as that.
Okay, so there's no issue that we might crack these or whatever. No. Okay. So then it's just cut the flange.
we can cut the flange, and we can weld that flange onto it, and everything's gonna be right there, bolt up.
Yeah.
We just gotta order these flanges are for that one because that's the same style of head from your motor now.
Okay.
So I just gotta order another set of flanges, but basically that'll be the one.
So it's a completely different
Yeah.
setup than what we had before. I mean, we did have a 427 dart block, which we'll be talking about that. Is it here?
I threw it in the trash.
Oh, it's on the trash?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I do got some parts.
Okay. We'll talk
The
about
rest of the parts are there.
Okay, well, we'll talk about that right now. But this new motor that we got, Flaco, what's the difference between this dart block, the one that we had before, and this billet block that we got right now?
Well, the block itself is good.
Okay.
The block is good. Now the dart, I mean, I have a dart in my truck.
Okay.
Which is a real good block.
Yes.
Doesn't matter. The problem wasn't the block. The rod bent, one of them broke, and of course they exited the chat. They said, "Bye, I'm done."
Literally from both sides, it was
They said,
literally,
"I'm done."
yeah, they were out.
So this block here, it's a billet block. It's a tall deck. Basically, it allows you to, if you wanted to go over 500 cubic inches, you could.
Okay.
Basically. So being billet, it's a way stronger block. The main caps are way better. The crank is way better. It's just got bigger journals.
Okay.
Basically, you can put more power to it and,
Okay.
or have the rods exit the chat. We do have aluminum rods in it now. which before we had steel rods.
Steel rods.
So this one's got aluminum rods, which is just, of course, way better. There's a couple things, maintenance that you have to do beforehand, like warm the engine up.
Okay.
How you can get heat in the motor and stuff like that, but other than that, it's the choice to go.
Are we gonna say what size of motor we got, or we're gonna keep that on the low?
I don't care. It's up to you. It doesn't matter. You can have a 500 cubic inch motor, but if you don't know what to do with it, it don't really matter.
Okay. So it's a 454 small block LS tall deck.
Billet
Yeah.
block.
And the heads, they're
Canted valve heads.
Okay.
The block is energy.
Energy. Okay.
Energy billet block.
Okay. There you go. Way better setup than what we had before. We're gonna for sure make more power.
Oh, yeah.
And it can hold more power as well.
For sure.
Because it has all the right parts. Now there's no issues, right?
No,
there shouldn't
no.
be any issues. You're rewiring the truck.
I'm gonna rewire it. Obviously, it's the stuff that I didn't like, so you really couldn't get to some of the stuff.
Okay.
So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna rewire it the same way that I do all my race cars, which is a lot easier to get to if you need to fix something or address it.
Okay.
You ain't got to battle like a bundle of tape.
So you're pretty much gonna make it your way.
I'm gonna make it my way.
If there's something wrong, you know where's it
Right.
at. You know what I'm saying? You know where to look. So here it is. I guess we can say we got a 454 in this bitch. And obviously we're gonna set that the motor's gonna have motor plates now. It was on the
Factory mounts.
factory before, but now we're gonna have motor plates.
It's got a motor plate. Of course, there's some things that I already had to cut down.
Okay.
Because the oil pump, obviously, before the oil pump was inside the motor. So this go around, it's going to have a dry sump tank. We're either going to mount the tank somewhere around this area, and the oil is going to be external. The oil pan will only hold whatever the motor drops down.
Okay.
It'll suck it out to the pump, put it back in the tank. So definitely it's the way to go when you're running, big horsepower or big RPMs.
Are we saving a little bit of weight with this motor compared to the other one?
Definitely. About 120 pounds.
120
give or
pounds.
take.
And-
Frank.
Yeah.
That's a little human, bro.
So, also another thing that we were running Frankenstein heads, Frankenstein intake, but since this is a different type of motor, different type of heads, the Frankenstein intake, it's not gonna work here. So we're gonna have to go with this one, right?
Yes, I did talk to JR because I kind of knew that they didn't make it, but I did call him just to verify. Now, he did tell me that they don't have it, of course. The intake ports on this, and it's very different. As you can see, it doesn't have your traditional straight down bolt like the every other LS head. So it's more like a Ford, even though, some people might make fun of it because, it does look like a Ford.
Okay, yeah.
But end of the day, it's a completely different deal. The head, everything's different. The design of it, it's not a square port. This is an oval port.
Okay.
And the intake, it's a dart, being that the head is dart, it's the matching intake for it. Now, they did cut this, and they did the intake on top, which is the plenum. But I did talk to JR just to make sure if they did the other intake, like the ones you had before, or very similar, because I know you liked it. Which he said that they don't, so we're going to have to stick with this. Now, we could, if in case, send them back the intake, and they could probably make something, which is the top, similar to what you
to
had,
that,
or
okay.
whatever the case is. But,
Yeah.
doesn't necessarily mean that it needs to have it, but if in case you want some bling on the top side, that I'm pretty sure they could get it
Yeah,
done.
we might need some bling bling on this one. Why does the intake look small? It looks kind of small, right?
I mean, compared to the other one, it does.
It's actually, it ain't.
And
It's
it's
actually a lot wider.
It's a lot wider.
Yes,
Okay.
it is a lot wider. The other intake, because it was so bulky, it kind of looked like real big. But in reality, the spacing from here to there, this is a lot wider.
Okay.
And this thing, honestly, it's probably, just pick it up and tell me what's the
Yeah,
difference.
it's light.
It's probably like 50 pounds lighter.
Yeah.
Give
So
or take.
We'll be saving. So we're saving on the block some weight, and then
At
we're
least,
also.
I would say, just save 80 pounds, I would say. Save on that, and then plus whatever you save on the intake. So you're probably going to be saving at least every bit of 120 pounds.
120 pounds.
Give or take.
Which is good, because we're fighting the weight.
We know what it weighs already, so once we're
Yes.
done, we're going to be able to put it back on the scales and see.
And the truck is actually kind of heavy. You might think it's not that heavy. It's kind of heavy for what it is. It's a full-size truck. The 4x4, the transfer case, everything else to it. It makes the truck pretty heavy. But yeah, so this is the new motor. We sent the turbos with your buddy.
We did send them to Force Inductions.
Okay.
And I did talk to him today. They have them apart, and he's going to see if the shaft on them is the same diameter that the ones that he has. If it is the same diameter, well, he's going to be able to upgrade the exhaust side and possibly the front side.
Okay.
Now, that's the only thing that he said. Now, if the shaft size is different sizes because, being Garrett, well, then he's probably not going to be able to do anything about it. Now, we do know that those turbos will be small once we really start pushing some power on this motor. They will be small. I know that for a fact. But, if we wanted to run those for a little bit, we can.
Okay.
And then, of course, we can upgrade. If I was to upgrade, I would definitely put something like what I got in Mona.
Okay.
which is an 88 millimeter, but not like the
Not-
big 88s
Yeah,
that you
yeah.
had. Which I mean, in mine you can see. I mean, hell, I've been 390s with Mona
Yeah.
on a mid-frame 88 millimeter.
Yeah.
So it's more power that you can, you know.
But these still work for now.
Yeah, they'll still work, and these will definitely get maxed out with this motor. This motor is a lot bigger, and everything's a lot bigger. The stroke on it's way more stroke than what you had before, even though it's only 20-some cubic inches.
Yeah.
But the crank itself, it's got a longer stroke, meaning that's what makes cubic inches. The piston is a lot bigger. It just the head flows a lot more. So the turbos, they are gonna run out of steam a little bit. You know?
Okay. I guess we'll just figure it out once we get to that point.
Once we get to that
Yeah,
point,
once we get
can
to that
we can
point.
change it, and then we can always, like I said, change to what something similar than what I had.
Okay.
You know, power can go up from there.
And then I'm sure your buddy can hook us up with
Yes,
that.
which I'm pretty sure he's gonna be able to upgrade them.
Okay. So
You
we
know.
are still upgrading these.
Yes, we're still gonna upgrade.
Okay, little
Yeah,
bit.
back and front,
Okay,
both
okay,
sides.
okay.
Mainly the back side is what you want to upgrade, just because it's the exhaust side. This motor being that it's got a way bigger camshaft. I mean, like for real, way bigger than what it had before. So it'll be a lot better. You know, it's definitely gonna make a lot more power.
So we're just waiting on the turbos.
The injectors also is gonna change a little bit.
Okay.
Now we gotta send them out because remember we only had 550s,
Yeah.
and as you can see, these are a screw-in type.
Oh, different.
The other ones had O-rings on the bottom. So these will be able to screw the injector on there, and then we'll make a bracket for the rail. We got to get all that stuff done. But we are going to upgrade the injector to an 850, which we only had a 550 before. Definitely this motor is going to need more injector.
And so screw on, so no more leaks.
No more leaks on the bottom side, like an O-ring or whatever,
Yeah, they might bust
or
out
a
or
vacuum
whatever.
leak.
Okay.
This will be screw-on type. Now on the top side, it'll still have an O-ring, and we're gonna have to make a bracket to hold the rail.
Okay.
But mainly, you take the rail off, and the injector will stay in place because it's threaded on there. Yeah.
Well, shit, it's looking pretty good. Excited. Big motor. We should go a lot faster now.
Oh yeah.
With no issues. Do we still got? You say you had parts?
Yeah, we
of
got
them?
all the parts. First off, this is what exited the chat. Now,
Okay.
there's only a little part of the block. See, there's only a little part of the block left. The rest of it went to garbage.
Oh, it's a bloque. See.
So this, as you can see how it's crooked? You can see how bent it is.
Yeah, it's crooked. Okay.
So basically that's what happened. It started to bend. The rod started to bend, which it couldn't take the power, the pressure, the boost, whatever the case is.
and this is not aluminum.
No, this is a steel rod.
Steel
No,
rod.
it's a good rod. Not saying it's a bad rod. It's just not something that I would do myself or what, usually you try to do.
Okay.
So it started to do that, and then of course, obviously, one of them did break, and it just exited the chat.
Okay.
These are the gaskets. As you can see, gaskets are good. This is from the last time whenever the push rod issued.
Okay.
So the gaskets are fine. Tune-up was on point.
How many pounds did we have? Because we haven't talked about the final shootout. So for everybody tuning in, the final shootout, it was the final shootout literally. Because after that, they closed down the track. We actually passed by the track right now, and the suites are gone. But the track is still there. I think they're going to be taking the track apart here pretty soon. And our show was in April, and we joined the 404 class, and we drew my boy Freddie with the super snake or water snake, whatever he calls it. And we got the W on that one.
Yeah.
So it was badass. But the motor didn't like it. Supposedly, it was built for 45 pounds. How many pounds did we have at the time?
40.
We have 40.
Yeah.
Okay. I broke, and I think he broke too. I think he...
Yeah, something happened.
Something happened.
He threw oil all
I
over
think,
the place.
an oil
Yeah.
line or something busted. He had oil on the windshield and all kinds of stuff.
Yeah.
Now, I mean, we ran that tune-up. That was a day tune-up.
It was a...
It was a real soft tune-up.
It was a-
super down low, which
Yeah.
in fact, I mean, even though that it was super, still went the fastest. I mean, but mile per hour out the back showed that it definitely had a lot of potential. Of course, we're not gonna, disclose what we had ran before.
Yeah.
Being that was the hot day tuna.
Yeah, it was. It was a slow 60 foot for what we ran before already. But it was during the day. It was hot. But we did mile per hour pretty good. And I think we had the best number that night
I think so.
on the 4x4s. That night, I think it was the fastest.
Even though throughout the day, I think, yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
That's true. It kind of sucks because I was really leaning to putting the faster tune-ups on it.
Okay.
So,
well,
but
it wasn't going to last anyway.
No, it wasn't. I mean, and it's not like it saw 40 pounds like real quick. I mean, it just kind of steady creeping up, and it did see 40 pounds like around right at the stripe.
Okay.
So it's, I mean, it was real.
I felt
was
it.
real.
I felt it as soon as I passed up the finish line. I felt like, and I was like, oh shit, there's something went wrong. And I kept going. When I stopped, I seen a bunch of oil, but we got the W with my boy Freddie. pretty cool. I mean, unfortunately, we couldn't make it to the finals with the truck, but now for sure, with this new setup that we're gonna have, it's gonna be a whole different story.
Yeah, and got some more parts with it. So we got the head.
The heads are good.
Well, I mean, one of them, it's bent a little bit. Because,
Okay.
of course, you know, it touched the piston.
Okay.
But other than that, as you can see, you know, tune-up was nice and clean. Nothing wrong with it. Other than the fact that these are LS1 style heads, which I didn't know, but, you know, it is.
And
what it is.
neither did we.
Yeah, I thought we had LS7.
So, I mean, it is what it is. When I took it apart, I'm like, why in the hell you only have LS1 heads? But, you know, whatever.
It was choked up, pretty much.
Well, the camshaft that you have in it, it's, you know, one of the ones that I run in all my vehicles. That cam is made for an LS7 head.
LS7.
Not for an LS1 head. So regardless, it was still making real good power. Like I said, I didn't know about this, but it really, you know, either
So
way,
imagine how fast would it have been with the LS7 head?
it's definitely a lot better.
Because right now it was, I mean, the cathedral is, you know, small. It's not that
Oh,
big.
yeah.
So it was kind of choked up.
Yep.
And it was still, you know,
It's still running real good.
that was still fucking everybody up.
The crank, of course, you know, it's got a bit of crank. The crank is good.
Okay.
Which, there's nothing wrong with it, you know, other than get cleaned up or whatever the case is, it can be used on another motor. Which
So
is
all this works for another motor.
Yes, all this, the heads, the intake.
Okay.
Of course, you know, the billet
Mhm.
you got over here. Camshaft is still good.
Okay. This is a Flaco cam.
That's, yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Intake, of course, nothing wrong with it.
Yeah.
You know, just got to clean it up. 'Cause,
Yeah.
you know, they get messed, valve covers, all that stuff. You know, some extra parts in here, internal parts, all that stuff's good. Now, the pump we are going to use.
Okay.
We're not going to use the pulley no more because we already have the one.
Yeah,
that's on
yeah,
it.
yeah.
But all this stuff will, you know, it could be used on another motor.
So we can actually build another badass motor.
Yeah,
with
you
all
can
these
build
parts.
another, like something real nice, you know, say 427 or whatever.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Nice. Another cool thing about being here at Flaco, my boy Flaco's having a giveaway. And not just any giveaway, a real badass giveaway and a real fast giveaway.
The Mona Lisa of giveaways. Literally.
One of the baddest S10s or the baddest?
Yeah.
Which one is it? Las Acadas?
Oh,
Both. Okay, yeah, pull it out so the viewers can actually check it out.
I'm gonna win it.
you gonna be the winner?
Imagine.
Do you even know how to turn it on?
I'm gonna call you out.
Call me out. Call out Beto. Don't be calling me out.
One by one.
Yeah.
As you can see, power's right up.
If this is not one of the baddest S10, it's one of the baddest S10s. And my boy Flaco here is doing a giveaway on this badass truck. He's actually kind of surprised that he's giving it away, bro. I mean, I thought this was your baby.
Man, I'm gonna bless somebody.
Okay,
Bless
okay.
somebody.
Yeah.
Same way you've guys
Yeah.
blessed so many people, I'm gonna bless somebody.
No, somebody's gonna be real blessed once they win this one. And tell us a little bit about the truck. What year? Did you start it from scratch, or did you buy a build, or?
No, it started from scratch. I went and what I did, I just looked for an S10 online, and I went and bought a mint 93 S10.
Okay, so real clean one.
Super clean. So
fuck
what
it
I
all
did,
up.
I went and picked it up. I took the skinny man and I told him exactly what I wanted, and this is what it came out. The motor is a 427. It's a dark block 427.
Okay.
It's got a LS7 head. Got twin 88s. M&M 2-speed transmission.
2-speed.
Fab 9 tube chassis. I mean, all the works. I mean, this thing's been 390 at 194 mile an hour.
In the eighth, not the quarter, the eighth. I mean, shit, we thought we were hauling ass with crawfish. No, this is the real deal here. But this is a different type of caliber racing. And my boy Skinny Man built the chassis on this one. So big shout out to my boy Skinny Man. He needs to finish moonshine. He hasn't started on moonshine again, but we're gonna be talking to Skinny Man about that. But this is it right here, 275.
275. Actually, this was the first LS truck or vehicle that went threes on a 275.
Oh, okay. So that's the record that you got.
Yes, and overall in the world, as far as what the internet says, overall in the world, this is the second fastest LS vehicle ever.
Oh.
Yeah.
So.
I'm gonna win that truck.
So yeah, check this thing out. I mean, built by Skinny Man. You know, when stuff is built by Skinny Man, I mean, there's no corners cut. My boy Skinny Man is real picky about his stuff. And I mean, 390s, bro. You know how fast that 390s is in the eighth? That's fucking fast. Super fast. And the way to win this truck, all you gotta do is go to my boy's website, which is flacoperformance.com. And my boy Flaco is gonna have this decal right here. And then we also got the little one.
We
and
got the little
truck one. So if you pay attention, guys, we actually have this sticker on Brownie. We have it on Crawfish. We have it on Johnny's truck. So you can be grabbing this sticker. All you gotta do is just go to flacoperformance.com, get this decal right here, get this one or get the little truck sticker. And I'm sure you got bundle packs, right?
Yes, I do.
Which one's the bundle pack?
Now the bundle pack package is all three.
3, okay.
It's gonna give you 80 entries if you buy all three together.
Okay.
Now, if you buy this one alone, it's gonna give you 10 entries.
10 entries,
If you buy the small one alone, it's gonna give you 5 entries.
5 entries.
And if you buy the truck one, it's gonna give you 25 entries.
Oh, 25.
I also have a bundle, which is the big one and the truck, which gives you 50 entries.
Okay. So you got different bundles.
They got different bundles, whatever the pocket allows, you know, depends on what entries you want.
There you go. So if you want to buy them separately, you can buy them separately. If you want to buy bundles, buy bundles. If I were you guys, I'd buy all 3 together. Or if you're a little short on money, you can buy these 2 bundles. You get more entries. If I were you, like I said, I'll get all 3 sticker pack, and you can be the winner of this badass truck. But you actually bought some entries already. I don't know what he's gonna do if he wins it.
He don't know how to turn it on.
He's gonna fuck us up, bro.
He don't even know how to turn it on.
Everybody.
Now, if they buy merch off your website and they buy merch off my website, if they send me on the comments section,
Okay.
and they purchase, and they send me your order number that they purchased off your website,
Okay.
I'm gonna give them 5 times the entries, 5 times of whatever they bought. But they have to go ahead and send me the order number that you guys sent them, and put it on the comments so I know that they actually bought some merch off of you guys.
Maybe a screenshot of the order.
Yeah, screenshot of the
Yeah,
order. Yeah.
Just guys, we remove y'all's addresses or whatever. it's gonna be fine.
Whatever. I mean, you send it to Flaco anyway.
Yeah.
So, all right, guys. What my boy Flaco said right now, you go to our website, and if you buy anything from our website, and you come over here to his website and get entries for this one, if you send him a screenshot or the order number on the comment section, once you make this purchase, he's gonna give you 5 times more the entry. But this is only a special that is going on for 1 week only, right?
1 week only.
All the way till May 7th, this Sunday at midnight. So if I were you, go to my website, get you some entries for the giveaway that we got going on, and then come over here, show him proof that you've actually bought a little bit of our merch, and then he's gonna give you 5 times more the entry. And I don't know, you can probably be the winner on this one. Now, if you're not a racer, you can take this truck and sell it for a lot of money, because this truck is worth close
200 plus.
200 plus. Okay, this truck is worth 200,000 plus. I mean, we just had the blue one was over 100,000. That's a lot of money. Now, you guys need to understand that a build like this doesn't come day from one day to another. This build actually took you what?
2 years.
2 years to build.
2 years.
Just like us, Moonshine. It's been 2 years. We're not done. We're almost there, but we're not done. But to build this caliber of race truck, it takes a lot of time, a lot of patience, and a lot of money, and a lot of knowledge. And of course, my boy Flaco here is the king of LS. So, you know, that's why we're here, fucking with the trucks. So yeah, if you want to win this badass truck, make sure to go to the website, get your bundle packs, get the individual, get the bundle packs, get the most entries you can. You can be the winner to this badass truck.
Back to my ranch. This is my crib as well. This is horse. His name's Pony. He's not a pony. He's a horse.
You can't be a real Mexican if you haven't been on a horse yet.
I've been in a horse.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
You said it yourself on the left.
Yeah. Bro.
¿Tienes que hacer un brinco?
Sí, a huevo. No, hombre. The capo is there. You can hurt.
No, no se enoja el vato.
Espérate, güey. Güey. No mames, güey. Dale, culo. Hombre, cállate.
Ahí está. Mira, ahora sí pareces de Yellowstone.
Flashstone. Come on.
Ahora sí, pícale culita para que corra.
Le pego, güey, para que corra.
Give it a little kick.
No me suelto.
No le pegues ahí, güey, se arranca hecho madre, güey. Él dice que no, güey.
¿Si camina solo o no?
Déjame caminarlo, porque si no se arranca, este no sabe cómo manejarlo.
Dice
que estás bien pesado, güey.
You're ready to take off, bro. You're ready to take off. ¿Qué onda, puta, Te dije que era indio. Hombre, ya me bajó.
Sí, bájate.
Ok.
So you're official now.
I'm officially a Mexican. ¿Quieren ver mi vacuna? Aquí la tengo.
All right, guys, well, that's pretty much it for today. I just want to give you guys a little update on the Crawfish truck. We're working on it, getting a better motor, bigger, better motor, and we should be going a lot faster. Just want to remind everybody that the giveaway is finally over, guys. We'll be going live this Thursday on our YouTube channel, and we're going to be choosing a winner, Tiny.
That's right. Finally, we're going to choose a winner for it.
Yeah.
It's going to go to one of you lucky guys or girls out there.
Yes.
Or 30,000 cash.
$30,000 in cash. So depends. If you want the truck, you can take the truck. If you don't want the truck, it's too big or whatever, for whatever reason, you want the cash, you need the cash, you're more than welcome to take the cash. That's why we do these $30,000 cash options. So stay tuned on our YouTube channel. We only do our giveaways live on our YouTube channel. If you get a message from Instagram, what do you do, Tiny?
You ignore it.
If you get a message from Instagram or YouTube,
You ignore it.
ignore it. We only do our giveaways live, and Tiny probably be calling you, me, Frank, Perrillo, maybe even Machete.
Maybe Machete.
Maybe Machete.
Yeah.
So stay tuned. This Thursday,
On the 4th is when we're going to give it away live on our YouTube channel.
which is this Thursday coming up,
This Thursday coming up.
literally in 2 days.
2 days is exciting. I want the truck to go to someone that's really going to appreciate it because it's a sick truck, bro.
It is. It's a badass truck. There's
It
gonna be
is.
one lucky guy, and like I said, this is probably the most expensive giveaway that we ever had. We have over $100,000 on the truck. So I want to thank for everybody for participating. And unfortunately, there's only gonna be one winner. So y'all stay tuned, 'cause you might be the next lucky winner.
Yeah, unfortunately, like Beto said, it's only one winner, but the giveaways doesn't end. We're going to be bringing you more exciting giveaways, better giveaways.
No, and we talked about doing a burnout giveaway.
I don't know if they're ready for that.
No, they're ready. They better be
They're
ready,
ready.
because we got a burnout giveaway coming up. We're gonna build it from scratch. So y'all stay tuned for that. If you don't win this giveaway, just don't give up. Keep trying. You might be the next lucky winner.